Hello, everybody. This is St. Charles. It is Saturday, the 2nd of August, 2025. Got some major changes coming, I think, September. So for the remainder of August, pretty much, I think I'm just going to do chart requests. So I'm going to start with the ones which have replied to my message on Friday. So we're going to start with MFAI. And this one here is, I've sort of drawn a couple of lines there, which look very pretty. But for me, I think, we need to really break above sort of 1.3. And I think, if we can do that, I think we're heading to this red box zone up here at 1.84 to 2.2. But ideally, I don't want to see the price action drop below 0.72 area, because I think that would be bearish. But it kind of looks pretty good, actually. And, probably see a bit more price action going on within this sort of triangle I've drawn. Probably something like that. And then I think we'll, as long as you can break out of that zone there, I think, and then break that sort of key area 1.3. I think we'll see it trading up to that 1.84 to 2.2. So don't know anything about it myself, but yeah, it looks pretty good. MILA is my next one, MLIA, and one which I haven't recovered off for a long while. Yeah, it looks pretty good, actually, doesn't it? I've got a blue box reversal down there at 0.42 down to 0.276, and it's had a nice big candle. But I think that if we can see trading sort of up and out of that box, sort of have a 1, 2, and I haven't given it a target, but sort of break 1.27, probably up to towards sort of 2 pence zone. So something like that. But MILA Resources, yeah, it looks pretty good for an entry around this level. UFO is my next one, and I have covered this off loads of times, I think. We've done pretty well, haven't we, with that one? This is one where we gave that blue box reversal zone at 0.086 down to 0.0588, which was absolutely bang on yet again. And we gave that red box zone here at 0.1355 up to 0.1545, which was bang on again. And we've seen some sellers step in. And so we bang on, keep on calling these right. But so for me, I think that what I'd like to see here is a bit more sort of consolidation. Might get a bit more downside like that, and then hopefully move to the upside. But for me, there's not enough trading data on that one to get me excited short term. So that is UFO. Yeah, it's done pretty well, hasn't it? You never know, it could continue higher, but for me, from a technical perspective, I think that see a bit more consolidation before we see a bit more upside, hopefully. Next one I'm going to do is MKA, and another one we've been calling bang on, haven't we? We called that back here sort of as a long-term reversal play. You can have a look at our posting history on that one at 5.42, and near on 10 bagger, isn't it, from there? For me, I think we're probably running out of steam around here, and I've got a blue box within a blue box, so I think that we're going to see this probably trading up to 42.3 up to 46 pence before we're going to see sellers step in. However, it could continue probably up towards sort of 50 pence zone and even higher. So, I'm going to see what happens in that blue box there at 42.3 to 46 pence. But I have got a bigger blue box there going from sort of 41.1, which is, again, we gave that the 5 pence zone. So this is outstanding call. All the way up to 51.2, break that, and then think it gives you 63.8. But it's been a fantastic call, and hopefully then we'll see another leg at a later stage to the upside. So MKA looks pretty good. FAB is my next one, and this one we have been calling that one absolutely spot on as well, haven't we? We gave that blue box reversal zone at 6.96 down to 6.2, which was correct yet again. And for me, I'm still expecting this to be trading into this red box zone, which I should have turned blue. Keep forgetting to do that. But 13.5, 16 pence, I think that's where we're heading. It looks pretty good, doesn't it? So well done to those holders. Next one I'm going to do is WSBN, and this is one which I gave the setup actually in my Telegram group. I didn't post it online, but I had a blue box reversal zone there at 0.416 down to 0.326. I think I said on sort of Wednesday, it looked pretty good for a reversal, and indeed it has. It's reversed to the upside. For me, I think breaking a hold sort of above 0.7, I think that gives us this red box down here, 0.875 up to 1.05 pence, and possibly even higher, who knows. But that would be my initial target on WSBN. VLRM is my next one, and just get that one up. Another Aqua stock, and for me, you know, where would I want to see this? I mean, we called that correct down here at 4.03. We got that for a ride to the upside, but I've got another blue box zone here at 2.8 down to 1.67. And, you know, if it does touch that area, which I'm not saying it will, but if it does, I think that would give us an excellent entry for a ride to the upside. I've got a much longer term zone there at 33.075 to 41 pence, but I don't think we'll bother with that for now. I think we'll just play for a reversal to the upside from that blue box zone there. PHE is my next one, and let's have a look. Just get that one up. Powerhouse Energy, another one which we called spot on yet again. I think we gave this reversal zone a long time ago, but yeah, at 0.477, spot on yet again. And for me, I've got a red box zone here, which is kind of my sort of trial guesswork, as whatever you want to call it, or technical analysis of where it's going to go. It's been pretty spot on in the past, so you know, they tend to work out, but I have got an accuracy rate, probably 70-80%, something like that. But that for me is where I'd expect sellers to step in at this 0.77 up to 0.858. So yeah, it looks pretty good. Have I got a longer term target? Yeah, I mean, a longer term target there, if they can make everything look fantastic again and get that technology working, it would be 2.47 up to 3.02 pence. But let's get to that first target and then reassess the situation. Hex is my next one, and another one which I've called absolutely bang on, haven't I? You know, we had that 14.58 down to 10.92, which is correct. Then we called it another correct call there. We kind of call it correct there, but it had a bit of a spike down rather than a proper correction. But hey ho, and you know, for me, I think that we're going to be trading up into this red box zone here at 30.65. But you know, I say that, and it's a bit of a riskier trade. But you know, it's done really well from where we've called it. But where it's going to head short term, I'm not 100% sure. It hasn't given us a great entry or any sort of indications of to where it's going. But you know, that red box for me is where I'd like to see that price action going. But it needs to break and hold above this 28 pence level, which it has failed to do so. So that's Hex for me. Wait and see what happens with that one, see how that unfolds. BME is my next one. I think this is a big cap. But you know, it's been a chart request nonetheless, so I am going to give that. For me, I think that this is looking pretty good for an entry. I've got a blue box reversal zone down here at 257.2 down to 183.8. I think you know, this is looking pretty good for an entry around this level, and you know, for a trade to the upside, you've got a rise in RSI. That looks pretty good. I haven't got a longer term target, but you know, anything up to 500 pence would be absolutely fantastic. But you know, there's no gaps to fill or anything like that. Well, actually, there is to the top of that blue box, isn't there? 257. But you know, breaking a hold above that top of that box, I think that turns really bullish, and we shall reassess it then. Next one I'm going to do is FPP. And this one here, it's a chart request, so I'm going to be completely honest. You know, I hope people don't get upset. Somebody got really upset with me the other day with SWC, but I'm just saying exactly what I see here in the charts. And this one here, we called that correctly, didn't we? In this 6.95, we had a couple of ways to the upside. And for me, I think we're going to see trading down to this blue box zone here at 0.565 down to 0.286. I don't think it's going to go all that way down to the bottom, but you know, anywhere at the top of that box it is sort of, to me, where that's indicated it's heading. So that's FPP. Next one we're going to do is coin, and let's have a look. It's an aqua stock, isn't it? This one here, another chart request, but there's not a setup for me personally on this one. You know, it's been a terrible downtrend, hasn't it? But you know, we've called that pretty well in the past. Again, we called that a 2.65 down to 2.11, and we had that. We were targeted 38.5 to 48.77. It shot way over that, didn't it, to nearly 90 pence, or just over 90 pence. But it's had a capital raise, I think it's 7 pence. So, and I know there's a few traders out there playing that for a ride to 10, 12 pence. So, you know, 10, 12 pence, I think that's a reasonable target. You know, keep playing that. But longer term, There is an outstanding sequence for me up to 110 to 143 pence, but yeah, it's going to take an awful lot to get there, isn't it? But never know what longer term what that could unfold. But for me, I think it's just short term trading. Next, we're going to do is CTAI, and this one here is within a blue box reversal zone at 0.25, and it goes all the way down. So that's not a great, but it's a matter of picking your signals to take a reverse trade, and if it can hold, if soon that's the low, and we can break and hold above sort of 0.84, we should bring us up to this red box zone at 1p, all the way up to 1.22, maybe higher, who knows, but don't know anything about it myself. But it looks, just need to get a reversal signal to take that entry. ORCP is my next one, and if I could get that one up, what have I got on this one? Again, this one's been in a long-term decline. And I've got a blue box reversal zone there at 0.311 down to 0.0596, and it's dropped well below that, hasn't it? So, I don't know anything about the stock. I don't know what the market cap is. It must be tiny now, but it's already filled that gap. But ideally, you want to be targeting that bottom, that blue box at 0.0594, where it's going to meet sellers. But that's a few bags from where it is today. But there's no setup for me personally within that to say or get me excited for an entry. But it's a matter of following the story, see what's going on there. Fundamentals really need to lead the way on that one. Vault is my next one, and another Aqua stock. Goodness me, they're just everywhere, aren't they, at the moment? But this one again, there's just not any trading data there for me to say here's an entry or there's not an entry. It's only come on, when's that? Back in June 25. And it's been a horrific downtrend, hasn't it? But, at some point that's going to change. Ideally, you just want to see what the news is. I assume it's going to be another Bitcoin treasury play. I don't know. It's Vault. It sort of sounds that way, doesn't it? There's no gold treasury plays out there, is there? But, it's just a matter of, seeing what's going on there. And but for me, there's nothing there on that chart. Sorry. Avacta is my next one. And let's have a look. So this one here, absolutely fantastic call from us, isn't it? We sort of thought 28 pence was going to be the low. That was absolutely bang on, and it's done really well. It sort of topped and hit nearly 60p. Oh, it did hit the 60p, didn't it? So it's done really well. I was expecting sort of a bit of a pullback at around this level, but for me, ideally, I'd like to see it come down probably about 42, 50, 43 pence, and I don't think this move is over. I think there's more upside on that one, and hopefully we can be trading up to that red box zone up there. So probably a bit more downside. Sort of probably August isn't a great month for those who don't know. Generally speaking, it's holiday season, but if we can get the holiday season over the way, I think we'll see the bulls step back in, get some news, and we can be trading up to that 73.8 to 86.8. And then we've got bigger, much bigger targets on Avacta. But let's get into that red box zone first, and then hopefully break that downtrend, and we can start to see some bullish trading action on that one, as we have already seen, of course. The next one I'm going to do is EPP. I said I was going to cover this one off, but I'm going to cover this off one for today. And I want to go into that red box we've got at the bottom. I think we're still playing in this blue box zone, which we gave a long while back at 5.4 down to 3.91. We haven't broken this downtrend, but ideally I want to see a break above this red line here. Break and hold above that. It should then hopefully trigger us to far up towards this red box zone here at 14.05 up to 16.9 and possibly even 20.5 pence. But it's still failing with all that news that comes out of the company. It's still failing to break that downward trend as it stands at the moment. So that's EPP for me. I'd like to see a break of that downtrend, and then we can start to get excited once more. Hamak is my next one, and I think there was an interview out, but this is one which I did give a different target than down here, but then I changed it to this and a daily target again in my Telegram group to 4.18 up to 5.95, which it's well and truly overshot that. But we have got a decline in RSI. It could do with a bit of a breather, and who knows? For me, I think that over the next few weeks, as I say, it's quiet trading. Hopefully it can consolidate around this level, and then we can get a bit more trading data to give us hopefully another blue box entry for a reversal play on Hamak. But that's as much as I can tell you for today. STX is my next one, and this one here, let's have a sort of look. I haven't got a target there, have I? Oh, there we go. So that again, we gave this blue box reversal zone, God, long time ago, back in 2024, 2.63 down to 1.95, which was correct call yet again. You know, for me, I think that, you know, if we could break it a hold above sort of 5.5 pence, I think that's going to give us the 6.94 to 8.24 pence. So, you know, whether it's going to do it in a straight line, maybe not. We might see a bit of a corrective down here, and then before we sort of make a way up to the upside again. But you know, STX, yeah, it looks pretty good, doesn't it? And you know, I don't know anything about it. I think you need to mix fundamentals in with charting. So it's one way you need to find out what's happening with the company and take a position accordingly. Next one I'm going to do is Gmet, and this is going to be my last one today. And it's a bit of a marathon, isn't it? How many we've done? But this one here, we gave this back down at 22.1 down to 19.4. We said we were going to see expecting a reversal reversal play to the upside, which is correct once more. And you know, we had a 50 pence or 51 pence target, I think it was, but I've slightly altered that today for some unknown reason. But 53.4 of 62.2. You know, for me, it kind of looks like it's running out of steam. I mean, you know, RSI's falling down, but I think that, you know, you could see a final push up to probably to, 73 pence zone at the top of there before we get a corrective play, and then hopefully we go again. But you know, for me, it's you know, it's looking like, yeah, that blue box is saying that, you know, we're going to meet sellers here, which indeed it is. We want to see probably another push to the upside, flush out a few more sellers, and then we get a bit more of a consolidation, and then we can go for another push to the upside. But it's one I don't know anything about, but it's done extremely well, and we've called it extremely well. So there we go. That's for me for this Saturday. Back again soon.